Why am I burned out as a Christian? Why am I burned out as a Christian? If you were burned out as a Christian, it is because you were doing something God doesn't want you to do. Or you were doing something God does want you to do, but you're not doing it by the power He provides. The grace of God is the provision of empowerment to do what He wants you to do, and by the power He wants you to do it. As soon as you start doing something without the provision of His grace, you will get burnout in some measure. There will be a fatigue, a weariness. God will not sustain what is done in the flesh and by the flesh. He only sustains what is done in the Spirit and by His Holy Spirit. So if you are suffering burnout, listen, there is something in your life God does not want you doing that you are doing. Or there is something He wants you doing, but you're not doing it by the Holy Spirit. The absence of the Holy Spirit in your life and ministry will bring burnout in some measure. So the Holy Spirit, He brings refreshment, sustenance, vitality. As soon as you start performing a dead work for God, refreshment, sustenance, vitality will not be there. You will get burnout in whatever measure you get it. There will be a fatigue, a weariness. The flesh will make you dry. And you begin to experience this dryness. And this will affect your motivation to obey God. You are losing momentum. Why? Because there is something in your life God has not asked you to do that you are doing. Or there is something that He has asked you to do that you are not doing by His Holy Spirit. So don't suffer burnout. Don't suffer burnout. Only do what God asks you to do. No more and no less. And only do what He wants you to do by the power He provides. Okay? Otherwise, you will suffer burnout, church. You will suffer burnout and you will seek rest, when you should have been rested all along, because you should have been receiving His grace all along to do what He wants and by the power He provides. So don't suffer burnout. Don't suffer it. Only do what God asks you to do and do it by the power He provides. Don't suffer burnout.